Two gardeners plant the exact same seeds. One fills baskets every week. The other barely gets a handful. But here's the catch. It's not luck, it's not soil, it's the vegetables they pick. In this video, you'll get 10 vegetables that give you the biggest harvest with the easiest care. Segment 1, potato. The potato is one of the easiest vegetables to grow, and that's why it tops this list. You don't even need fancy seeds. You just cut a potato with a few eyes on it, let the cut side dry for a day, then plant the pieces in the ground. Cover them with soil, and as they grow, keep adding more soil around the stems. This is called hilling. It helps more potatoes form under the ground instead of just a few near the top. Potatoes also like cool soil, so a layer of straw on top can keep the roots happy even during hot days. Why it matters? One small potato plant can give you many potatoes back, sometimes 10 times what you planted. That means less money spent at the store and more food saved for winter. But potatoes love company. There's another root vegetable that grows just as easily, and it might even beat the potato in sweetness and health benefits. Segment 2, sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes grow from small shoots called slips. You plant these slips in warm soil, and they spread out across the ground like a leafy carpet, covering more space than most gardeners expect. The vines above ground look simple, but under the soil, sweet potatoes are quietly forming and growing bigger every week. They love heat, so the hotter your summer, the happier your sweet potato vines will be. Why it matters? Sweet potatoes are packed with vitamins, and one plant can give you several large potatoes by the end of the season, all from a single slip you almost forget is there. Now, if you think root vegetables are the only big winners, wait until you see this next plant. It looks strange, but it's one of the most rewarding vegetables you can grow. Segment 3, artichoke. The artichoke is a tall, silver-green plant that looks almost like a giant thistle. It takes a little patience, but once it matures, it produces large flower buds. You pick these buds before they open, and that's the part you eat. In warm areas, the plant can live for several years and grow bigger each season, giving you more buds every summer than the year before. Why it matters? A single artichoke plant can keep producing buds for years if you take care of it, making it one of the best long-term investments in your garden. Unlike vegetables, you must replant every single year. But not every vegetable on this list needs patience. Some grow so fast you'll be harvesting within weeks. Here's one of them. Segment 4, mustard. Greens. Mustard greens are fast growers. You scatter the seeds, water them, and in just a few weeks you have leafy greens ready to pick. The more you pick the outer leaves, the more new leaves grow back from the center, almost like the plant never wants to stop. Why it matters? This means you get fresh greens again and again from the same plants, without needing to replant every time, saving you both time and seeds. Speaking of leafy greens that keep giving, there's another one that's even more colorful and just as generous. Segment 5, Swiss chard. Swiss chard has bright stems in colors like red, yellow, and pink. It looks beautiful in any garden, almost like a flower bed instead of a vegetable patch. Like mustard greens, you can pick the outer leaves and let the plant keep growing new ones from the center, so it never looks empty. Why it matters? One Swiss chard plant can give you leaves for months, sometimes even through cold weather when other plants have stopped growing completely. Now let's move from leafy greens to something with a much stronger smell, but an even bigger reward. Segment 6, onion. Onions grow from small bulbs called sets, or you can start them from seeds if you want more variety. They don't need much space, and you can even plant them close together in tight rows. As the onion grows, the bulb forms and swells under the soil, pushing the soil up as it gets bigger. You'll know it's almost ready when the green tops start to fall over on their own. Why it matters? Onions store well for months after harvest, which means one planting season can give you onions to use all winter long without needing a trip to the store. But if you like onions, wait until you see their cousin. This next vegetable is shaped differently, but it might surprise you with how useful it is in the kitchen. Segment 7, leeks. Look like giant green onions, but they have a milder, sweeter taste that works well in almost any dish. To grow them well, you plant them in a small trench and slowly cover the stems with soil as they grow taller. This keeps the lower part white, soft, and tender, which is the best part to eat. Why it matters? Leeks are one of the most overlooked vegetables, but they add rich flavor to soups and stews, and they can stay in the ground longer than most vegetables without spoiling or going bad. Now let's talk about something completely different. It's tall, it's golden, and almost every backyard gardener dreams of growing it well. Segment 8, corn. Corn needs a bit more space than the other vegetables on this list. It grows best when planted in blocks, not single rows, because this helps the wind carry pollen from plant to plant, which is how the corn kernels actually form. Each stalk can grow 1 or 2 ears of corn, and taller stalks often mean a stronger harvest. Give the roots plenty of water, since corn drinks more than most garden plants. Why it matters? Fresh corn picked straight from your garden tastes far sweeter than anything from a store, and it's a favorite for both kids and adults at every family meal. But if corn feels like a summer treat, get ready for a vegetable that works quietly underground, all season long. Segment 9, carrot. Carrots grow best in loose, soft soil, free from stones and hard clumps. If the soil is too hard or rocky, the carrots can grow crooked or split into strange shapes. You plant the tiny seeds directly in the ground, and after a few months, you pull up bright orange roots that have been growing quietly the whole time. Keep the soil moist while the seeds sprout, since carrots are slow to start but steady once they get going. Why it matters? Carrots are simple to grow, they store well, and they give you a steady harvest that lasts through many meals, from soups to snacks. Now for the last vegetable on our list. It might be the biggest surprise of all, especially if you love fall decorations as much as fall meals. Segment 10. Pumpkin. Pumpkins need room to spread, since their vines can grow very long, sometimes stretching across an entire corner of your garden. But in return, they give you large, heavy fruits that are perfect for cooking, baking, or even carving in autumn. One healthy vine can produce several pumpkins in a single season, each one growing bigger week after week. Why it matters? Pumpkins give you the biggest reward for the space you give them, making them a true star of any harvest season and a favorite with the whole family. Outro. That's all 10 vegetables that can turn a small garden into a big harvest. Some grow fast, some take patience, but each one gives back more than you put in. You don't need to plant all 10 at once. Start with just 2 or 3, learn how they grow, and add more next season. Pick a few, plant them well, take care of them through the season, and watch your garden slowly grow into something you're proud of.